onto the mat, and we're gonna come into a cross-legged pose, easy pose. Here in easy pose, hold on to your knees, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders, and then we're just gonna start making little circles. We're gonna start circling the weight of the ribs over the pelvis. And then feel the side waist do the work. So we're keep lifting the ribs up out of the pelvis, making little circles going in one direction. Feel the shoulder blades start to move, the head and the neck start to move as well. And we're just inviting in this gentle movement, keeping the low back supported. We'll make that circle smaller and smaller until we start going in the other direction, nice and slow, circling the weight of the hips around. And then we'll all come into stillness here in a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, arms sweep up, gaze up to thumbs. Exhale, hands come down through center, resting at the sternum. Inhale, expand out through the arms. And exhale, twist to the right. Take your right hand behind your back. Take your left hand over the right thigh. Lean back into your right arm. Anchor the base of your spine and really lift the heart up out of the hips. Inhale. And exhale, begin to turn the ribs, turn the shoulders, turn the chin, and then gaze out of your right eye. Hold your boundary, your edge. Once we found the depth of our twist, we want to let the breath do the work. As you inhale, feel the rib cage expand. As you exhale, draw the navel into the spine. That's your center. And then as you firm up your core, your hips swivel to the left as your shoulders and head and neck swivel to the right. Open up through the rib cage. Feel the chest really rise with breath. Lift the heart up. Make a movement with your head and your neck so that it's not so much work for the shoulders. Drop them down and back. And then we'll slowly, just as we entered, we'd exit. Turn the chin, the shoulders, the ribs. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, take the hands back down through prayer into heart center. Let the thumbs rest on the sternum. Inhale, expand out through the arms. And just like you're holding on to your center, firm up your core as you exhale and then twist to the left. Take your left hand behind your back. Take your right hand on top of that left knee. Lean back a little bit so we can pull the pelvis forward and really lift the heart up, spiraling up out of the low back. Inhale. Exhale, pull the navel in. Firm up your core and then turn to the left for a gentle twist. Inhale, anchor the base of your spine, lift the ribs up out of the hips. Exhale, turn the shoulders, the head and the neck. Notice if we can make a little head and neck roll here. So we want our head and neck to be balanced so it's not so much work in the shoulders to lift up the head and the neck. Lift the heart and draw your shoulder blades together in the back body. One more deep breath in, fill the ribs. And slow breath out, turn. Draw your navel in. Find the depth of your twist. Come back to center. Inhale, reach up with the arms. And exhale, we'll bow forward, letting the chin drop and letting the shoulder blades pull apart. Deep breath in here. Exhale, soften the hands, the elbows, pull the belly in. Let the shoulder blades pull apart. Relax the jaw, let the tongue drop from the roof of the mouth. And then we'll walk our hands back up. On the inhale, we'll sweep our arms up, gaze up. Exhale, release your left arm out to the side. Take your right hand over the head on top of the ear, and then just a little gentle pressure here. So we're just bringing our right ear towards our right shoulder, and this left hand can reach out to the side so the fingertips are down so you feel the whole length of that left side of the neck. Inhale. Exhale, soften the left side of the neck, the shoulder dropping from the ear. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale, send the arms back up, gaze up. Exhale, release your right hand at your side. Take your left hand over the top of the head and to the right ear, and just a little gentle pressure, just a reminder here to soften the tension on the right side of the neck. A deep breath in, breathe from the fingertips of your right hand all the way through the arm, through the shoulder. And as you exhale, drop your shoulder down and back, make space for the trap here. Soften the right side of the neck, the right ear. Bring your chin back in line. Inhale, reach up with the hands. Now exhale, take both hands, interlace them, hold on to the very back of the head, just a little gentle pressure as we tuck the chin, and then drop the weight of the head down and gaze down, and find length in the back of the neck. Breathe evenly, relax your shoulders, relax the sides of your neck. And then release your hands, and then we're going to start little head and neck rolls. We're going to take our left ear over towards our left shoulder, and on the inhale, lay your head back and look up. And as you exhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, and then drop the chin. Inhale, left ear towards your left shoulder, lay the head back, look up. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder, dropping the chin. And then one more time, big head and neck roll, left ear, chin up, right ear, chin down. And then we'll do it 3 times going in the opposite direction, just noticing where we tend to store tension in the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Keep that breath going. On your inhale, right ear, all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, and then all the way down. One more time through, inhale. And exhale, come back to center. We'll sit up nice and tall now. And you're in tabletop position. Shift the weight from side to side. Get your knees, your shins, and your hips in one line. And then our shoulders are slightly behind the wrist. Fingers are spread wide. The inner crease of our elbows rolls in and faces the front of our space. Now inhale, cow pose, lift the tail, look up, gaze up. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, tuck the chin and tailbone under, broaden out through the back body. Inhale, scoop through, drop your center, lift the heart, gaze up. Low back shortens here. As you exhale, feel the low back grow long as you pull your pelvis back up underneath you and point your tail between the knees. Inhale for cow, shoulder blades softening and coming together and down into your back pockets. Exhale for cat pose. Close your hips around the base of your spine. Lengthen the side waist. Pull it away. Several more. Inhale. Cow. Exhale. Cat. Listen to the sound of your breath. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale through the nose with the lips sealed. Warming the back of the throat with the breath. Come back to a neutral position, and now we'll take our right hand, and on our inhale, we'll lift our right hand up and gaze to your right hand for a twist. And then as you exhale, turn the right palm up, and it's going to come underneath this left arm, and we're going to reach out to the side, and we're going to drop our right shoulder and our right ear, and we're going to reach over the ear with the left arm. So here we call this threading the needle. Your right shoulder is down, your right ear is down, your left arm is extending towards the front of your space. Your hips are lifted over your knees. Relax your right shoulder, your right ear. Soften the breath. Let everything slow down, the heart rate, the respiration. Nice and slow. We'll come back up into tabletop, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Find your tabletop legs. Shift weight into your right hand. Take your left arm and reach up. Inhale, gaze to left hand, and then exhale. The palm's going to face up. We're threading the needle. Take your left arm underneath the right arm. Draw your left shoulder and your left ear down to the floor, and your right arm comes over and reaches for the front of your space. Take a deep breath in. And a slow, complete breath out as you soften the jaw, the ear, the left shoulder. Notice what rises as you inhale. And notice we can relax the shoulders, the fingers, notice what softens as you exhale. Feel the breath in the belly as you inhale, the hips open, the belly relaxes. And as you exhale, notice the diaphragm as you pull the belly in. Diaphragm cups up underneath the ribs. One more inhale, expand through belly, ribs expand, chest rises. Exhale, chest softens, cage softens. And nice and slow, we're going to come back into our tabletop position on all fours. Now inhale, lift the tail, gaze up for cow. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Tuck the toes. And now we're going to come to downward facing dog, but we're going to tuck the toes and just come to a hover here. So we're lifting the knees and lifting the shins. Get a great toe stretch, the arches, the heels, the ankles. And then we'll slowly lift up into down dog. But we're going to take a nice wide stance and we're really going to bend the knees and we're just going to shift the weight from side to side. So gazing underneath one arm, gazing underneath the other arm. It doesn't have to look any certain way. We're just lifting the hips. Shift the weight from side to side and wake up the calves. Wake up the hamstrings. Gaze underneath one arm and the other arm. We'll come back into stillness here in down dog, and we'll just hold our downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Fingers spread wide, toes spread wide, feet wider than hip width apart, heels slightly kicked out, chin is tucked. Press your chest towards the back of your space, tuck your chin, lift the tail, spread your sit bones wide, collarbone broadens with the breath. And then we'll slowly release. We'll come back towards plank, release the knees, your giant toe, your pinky toe, outside and inside of the heels. Anchor down the base of your spine and then inhale, send the arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, clasp your left wrist, anchor the base of your spine, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back up, gaze up. Exhale, clasp your right wrist, side bend to the left. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, release your arms behind your back, support your low back, press your hips forward, roll your shoulders back and lean back. Feel the length in your spine as you firm up your core. We're really supporting the front of our spine. Feel your side waist, lift the ribs up out of the hips. Come back up to neutral. Interlace the hands again behind the back, roll your shoulders back and down, and then come halfway. As you extend the knuckles towards the back of your space and the crown extends forward, thighs are slightly internally rotating, press into the feet, deep breath in, and exhale, bend the knees deeply and let the chest come down towards the thighs, arms coming up and over, maybe even a little bit away. Relax the weight of your head and neck completely, soften the jaw, the eyes, inhale in through the nose, exhale through the nose. Gaze down your tip of your nose and keep your eyes open. Release your arms. You can shake out any tension in your head and your neck. And then inhale, come up halfway, half lift, extend the crown of your head forward. Exhale, root the base of your spine, anchor your tail down, and then rise up for chair pose. Inhale, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, sink down in the hips, anchor the base of your spine, rotate your pelvis down. Inhale, one more, lift. And exhale, down through center, forward folding again. Inhale, half lift here. Now you're gonna bend your right knee deeply. Take your right hand to the floor or to the inside of your right leg. Take your left hand to your left hip and begin to turn to the left and gaze up over your top arm. You can stay here, extending the heart forward, or we can lift our left arm and gaze to our top thumb. Inhale, spiral left pinky in, really reach up out of your left side waist. Now maybe you could reach over your ear and gaze to your left hand and feel the extension of the whole left side of your low back and your hip, and then allow yourself to melt down to a one-legged forward fold over your left side. Deep breath in. Exhale, soften the jaw, the ears, allow yourself to just hang over your left leg. Now inhale, half lift, come up halfway, extend the crown forward. Now bend your left knee deeply. Take your right hand to your right hip. You can take your left hand to the inside of the leg or to the floor if you can reach it, and then turn in the opposite direction. Roll your right shoulder back. Feel like your tailbone's really pointed towards the back of your space as you extend the crown of your head forward. Maybe your right arm reaches up. Spiral your right pinky in, gaze up. Keep breathing evenly. Groom each and every breath. Inhale. Maybe you'd like to reach over the ear and really experience the whole length of the right side of your low back, the right side hip, gaze to your right palm, and then allow yourself to revolve over your right leg with a deeply bent left knee, one-legged forward fold over our right side. Deep breath in. Slow breath out through the nose, eyes open, gaze down the tip of the nose, draw your low belly in and forward fold over your center. Inhale, half lift, both knees bend. Anchor the base of your spine, so we're pulling the base of our spine forward, root down into the heels, shifting the weight back, and then rise up for chair pose. Gazing the thumbs, deep breath in. And exhale, stand tall, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up with the arms. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back up. Gaze to hands, exhale, side bend to the left. Same flow, inhale, make it a movement in meditation, gaze up. Exhale, arms behind the back, support your low back, and then lean back. Inhale, come back up tall, and then we're gonna step wide. So with our hands on our hips, we're gonna take a wide stance, and we're gonna turn our toes out. So our toes are turned out at 45 degrees, and we want our hips in line, so we want our heels at the same line, so they're parallel. Feet are evenly turned out, and then we're gonna bend the knees, rotate the tail down, and come to goddess pose. So with our cactus arms, our shoulders are behind our back. Pull the weight of your pelvis forward. Now inhale, reach up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale for goddess pose, opening up through the hips, shifting the weight into the heels. Inhale, gaze up, straighten the legs. Exhale, open up the hips for goddess. One more. Inhale, reaching up, press into strong legs, long waist. Exhale, goddess. And then release your hands to your knees. Sink into your inner thighs, release your left shoulder down, roll your right shoulder back, and then twist and look over your right shoulder. It's a deep breath in here. As you exhale, sink into your hips, keep your knees pressing out over those middle toes. Now inhale, come back to center, and exhale, drop your right shoulder and twist and look over your left shoulder. Deep breath in. Slow breath out, sink into the knees, open up through your inner thighs, firm up your core, keep your low back long and twist. Now inhale, come back to center. Exhale, round the spine, pull your shoulder blades apart, tuck your chin and pull your tailbone under. And then inhale, press into the feet, 5-pointed star, energy coming out through all directions. Deep breath in here. Drink energy in through the hands, through the feet, pulling up through the spine, long spine. And exhale, come back down. Now inhale, lift the heart, lift the tail for cow pose. Exhale, round the spine for cat pose. Inhale, lift the tail, look up, draw your shoulders down and back. Exhale, round the spine for cat pose, tucking the chin. One more time. Inhale, lift the tail, lift the heart, feel the low back sway and arch. And exhale, draw your pelvis back up underneath you. Inhale, reach up with the arms. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Now, you're gonna look at your right foot and turn your right foot towards the right, and then drop your left heel back. So your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. With the front heel in line with the arch of the back foot, that left foot is turned in. You're gonna sink into your right knee. You're gonna turn back to the front of your space, and we're gonna be straight up and down here. When our arms come out to a wide T and we gaze over our right hands, this is warrior two. Feel the evenness from front to back. Keep pointing your tail down, relaxing the shoulders. We can even make this movement like we're taking off a sweater. So as you inhale, send the arms up. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, take off your sweater, send your arms up, gaze up. Exhale, warrior two. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Relax your shoulders, press evenly into the feet, pull your low ribs in. Now we'll straighten that front leg. Take your hands back to your hips. Now turn your right foot in and your left foot out. And we're doing the same thing on this side. As you sink into your left knee, it's going to stay behind the ankle. Turn to the side. Point the tail down. We're straight up and down here. Make this movement like you're taking off a sweater. So the arms come out to a wide T, and then gaze over your left hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink into your left knee. Roll your right hip back. Point your tail down. Warrior two. Keep the breath in the belly soft. Keep the gaze right over that left middle finger. Now flip the palms. Inhale, straighten the front leg and gaze up to thumbs. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, open up through the arms. Take off your sweater. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach up with the arms. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Now inhale, take off your sweater again. Gaze up. And exhale, warrior two. Deep breath in. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Feel the breath in the belly. Soften the eyes, the jaw. Find evenness in the breath. Straightening our front leg. Inhale, take the hands back to the hips. Turn your left foot in now, so both feet are turned in. We're slightly pigeon-toed here. Hands are on the hips. Anchor the base of your spine and then gaze up. And as you exhale, keep your hands on your hips and come about halfway. Press your hips towards the back of your space. Extend the crown of your head nice and long. And just feel the support of your legs, pulling energy up from the floor, through the legs and into the pelvis. Feel the support of the front of your spine with your core strength, shoulders drawn back. You can stay here or your arms can reach for the front of your space. Feel the support of the front of your spine with your core strength. Inhale and exhale. If we have available space, we can bow forward. Just touch the earth with the fingers. Now press your hips back, and we're in a wide stance, and you feel your hips really pressing back. Now let your chin drop between your shoulders. Relax your arms. Let your elbows bend. And here we're in a wide angle pose. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Now you can stay here with your hips pressing back, or we can begin to walk our hands towards the front of our space for our wide stance down dog. So our arms are fully extended, our chin is tucked, and we're pressing our chest towards the back of our space. Relax your elbows, let your biceps roll up, and feel the heart melting down. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Keep spreading the sit bones wide, lifting the tail high, chest melting. One more inhale. And slow, complete exhale. Now we'll walk our hands back in. Press into the fingertips, lift the crown of your head, gaze forward, feel the support of your spine here, pressing your hips back. And you can heel toe yourself back in if you feel a little bit overextended. Place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, pull your pelvis back up underneath you, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time. And we're coming back up. Inhale, reach up, gaze to thumbs. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. When you sit up tall, take your hands to your feet and keep the knees extending out wide, and allow yourself to bow forward here in a bound angle pose. Feel the shoulder blades pull apart. Bring the crown of your head closer to your feet. Hollow the belly. Elbows are coming towards the hips. And then we'll slowly release out of our bound angle. Now we're going to bring the tail onto the center of the mat. We're going to come down onto the forearms. And then we're going to let the head hang here. Let your palms lie up. Let your knees hang. Just give yourself some time to settle. Relax the pelvic floor. Just let gravity do the work here. And then slowly gaze towards the front of your space and then iron your low back flat on the floor. Bring your knees in and then hold on to your shins and then gently rock on your back body. So massage your low back, massage your hips. You can move in a little circle, moving the pelvis in one direction and then moving the pelvis in the other direction. You can move your head and your neck as well. And then we're gonna hold on to our right knee and extend our left leg towards the front of our space. Now extend your right leg straight up to the sky, hold on to the back of the leg and draw your right hip down in line with the left. Iron your low back flat on the floor, point your tail towards the front of your space and pull up to the leg. Inhale. Exhale. You can squeeze your toes here, open and shut. You can point the toe and flex the heel. Just noticing as we engage all these tendons in the legs. And then iron the spine back on the floor. Bend your right knee. Take it off towards your right armpit area. Hold it there. And then we'll slowly guide this right knee across the body, holding onto it with the left hand on top of the knee. Guide your right knee across the body to the left and rock onto your left side waist. You can take your right arm and reach for the back of your space. So you're extending that right arm over your head, reaching for the back of your space. Point your tail towards the front of your space and find length first. You can move your left shoulder a little bit more out from underneath you as you inhale. And as you exhale, take your right arm out to the side and gaze over your right hand for a twist. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Relax the weight of your hips. Relax your glutes. Let go of tension in the feet. Try to release the weight of the legs, the lower body completely. As you inhale in through the nose, feel your center expand. And as you exhale, draw your navel in. Draw your center deep in toward your spine and feel your hips swivel to the left as your shoulders and your head and your neck swivel to the right, completing our twist. Breathe into your side waist. Feel the ribs lift up out of the hips on your inhale, becoming buoyant. And exhale, feel yourself grow heavy as the muscle drapes away from the bones, softening every tendon, skin soft, whole body breathing. And just as we entered, we'll exit. Right arm can reach over your head and then slowly return to your left side waist. Bring your right knee back into your core with both hands and give it a squeeze. And then we'll slowly extend it straight back up to the sky. Hold on to the back of the leg. Level the hips back out. Draw your right hip back down. Hold on to the back of your leg. Anywhere is fine. And then pull up to the leg, keeping the length in the low back and the extension of the hamstring. Nice and slow, come all the way back down and release your left leg down to meet the left. Now bring this left knee in with both hands and give it a squeeze into the core. Taking your time, take it over towards the left armpit area and get more into the hip. Take a moment to settle up through the spine, to extend again. Bring the knee back in and now extend the legs straight up to the sky. Hold on to the back of the leg. You can squeeze the toes open and shut. You can fan out the toes and roll the ankle and just notice the kind of space we're working with in the back of the left leg, extending through the heel. Pull up to the leg now, pulling our chest towards our thigh and our chin towards our shin, and find balance in the hips, left hip coming down. Iron the low back flat on the floor, iron the shoulders, release the back body back down. Nice and slow. Bring this knee back into the core, off to the side, And then we'll slowly guide it across the body and roll onto our right side. As you roll onto your right side, move your right shoulder more out from underneath you and reach over your head with your left arm. Reach for the floor above your head. And then as you point your tail towards the back of your space, and we're really extending the spine first, find length in the left side waist, the space between the left ribs and the left hip increases. And then really slowly take this left arm and reach out to the side, to the left, and then turn the chest, turn the shoulders, turn the head and the neck, and gaze over your left hand. Once we found our twist, we'll stay here for rounds of breath, letting the breath move through and fill this shape. Perhaps you'd like to let your eyes close and just become an observer of each and every breath. Notice what rises as you inhale. Notice what falls as you exhale. Soften the jaw. Inhale up into the throat. And as you exhale, soften the front of the throat, the sides of the neck, and the back of the neck until you feel the weight of your head and neck. Feel the weight of your left ear, the left side of your jaw release over towards the left side. Breathe through the entire length of the spine, clearing the spinal column. Let go of the weight of your legs completely. Let your bottom hip sink into the floor and allow your top hip to roll over it. Now, just as we entered, we'll exit, left arm reaching towards the back of our space, and then we'll all roll back onto your right side, coming back towards that left knee. We're going to hold it in, and we're coming back towards our back body. So holding that left knee in and then giving it a squeeze with both hands. We'll extend it up to the sky one more time. Feel the blood drain out of this left leg. Balance the hips. Iron the low back flat. Take the hands to the back of the leg and then pull up to the leg one more time. Pulling the chest to the thigh, getting as much length through the hamstring, but also strength and balance in the hips. Slowly iron the back body back down. Release your left leg all the way down to meet the right. And then it's here that we'll bring both knees in, and we're just going to start windshield wiping the legs over from one side to the other side, just like a windshield wiper, knees coming over to one side and the other side. And you can reach overhead like you just woke up in the morning. Do anything here that feels left unsaid in the body. So we're just moving in a way that feels good. There's no wrong or right way to move. You can move your head and your neck. And then when we come to rest and relaxation pose and corpse pose, we can take the soles of our feet together and come through our Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together in a diamond, palms lying open at our sides. Take a moment to settle, and then allow the weight of your legs to extend. Bring your heels outside the hips and let your feet evenly roll out. Make any adjustment that you need in the skin and the back body. So the palms lie open and the skin is moving with the breath. Allow your eyes to close, and it's here that we'll practice stillness. The art of stillness, the art of relaxation. Allow your eyes to close, and without the need to move, settle in. Come back into your breath, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Now allow your breath to become natural without the need to force it. Allow your respiration to slow, your heart rate to slow, and everything to grow still and calm. With our eyes closed, bring awareness to the space between your eyebrows and maybe slightly above. Bringing our consciousness to this place, our higher awareness, our higher consciousness is activated where we have clarity and perspective. So with our eyes closed, we lift our gaze internally to the space between our eyebrows, our third eye. And we begin scanning the body from the tips of the toes all the way up through the pelvis. As you inhale, breathe into the soles of the feet. And as you exhale, soften the arches, the soles of the feet, any tension in the ankles, the tops of the feet, so we can let go of any gripping remaining in the toes and allow the toes to release and grow long. Feel the weight of your heels sink in. Breathe from the heels all the way up through the shins and into the very center of the knee. And as you exhale, soften the top of the knee, the sides of the knees, and the back of the knees, and allow the weight of the calf to drape away from the shin bone. Release any remaining tension in the top of the shin, the sides of the shin. Let the ankles roll out. Breathe from the center of the knees up through the thigh bones and into the pelvis. And as you exhale, soften the tops of the thighs, the sides of the thighs, and underneath the thighs as the thigh bones roll out of the hip sockets. Mindfully let go of tension in the glutes and feel the weight of the hips rolling out. Breathe into the low belly. And as you exhale, soften the pelvic floor, the low belly, the navel, the side bodies, and feel the space underneath the low back soften. Breathing into the low back and into the solar plexus, let your breath travel all the way around the torso. And as you exhale, soften the solar plexus, the low ribs, the side ribs, the ribs in the back body. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let go of the weight of your arms completely, resting here in stillness. Let the breath come all the way up into the chest as you breathe into the very heart center. The collarbone spreads wide, the heart rises. And as you exhale, the heart softens, the weight of the lungs soften. Relax the shoulders. Let go of any remaining tension in the fingers, the palms, the wrist. Breathe all the way up through into the very crown of the head. And as you exhale, soften the very crown of the head, the temples, the hairline. Let go of the weight of your head, softening the jaw, the ears. Let the tongue drop from the roof of the mouth and let the tongue rest in the cheeks. And here we just begin to notify our nervous system that it's okay to let go. It's okay to be still. As we beautify our internal dialogue, just noticing any thoughts that arise that aren't concerned here with this moment, inside this present moment, maybe thoughts that wander into the past or wander into the future. And we'll show compassion with ourselves and notice that this is what the mind does. It grows distracted, but we'll bring awareness back into the breath, noticing the inhale, noticing the exhale. Every cell in our body alive, skin soft. And then keeping that sense of stillness within us, maybe wiggling the toes and the fingers, bringing awareness back into our form, letting that movement get bigger through the wrist, through the ankles, the knees, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips. Reaching overhead like we just woke up in the morning, and then we'll all help ourselves onto our right side into a supported fetal position. Coming on to our right side, allow yourself some time to renew and to reset. And then we'll slowly rise up into a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like. Seated here and cross-legged. Sit bones grounded, spine long, shoulders at ease, and breath even. Taking our thumbs to our heart center. Allow your gaze to flutter open down the tip of the nose, and let your chin drop. And then taking our hands to our forehead, and then lifting our gaze up as we inhale. One final breath together, gaze to thumbs. And exhale, come down through your heart center and allow yourself to bow forward in gratitude for our practice and for each other.